just heard some great news for Lara Croft at the Microsoft press conference, and now we're here to hear about a little bit more. So the treasure continues with Scot Amos from Crystal Dynamics on the stage.
Thank you very much.
And not just one Tomb Raider game, but two Tomb Raider games are being revealed here. Tell us what you've got for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So something that fans have been asking for years, something that's been rumors for a long time, something that we're excited to talk about today is the debut for Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, the sequel to the award-winning Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light.
Excellent. Now you guys are stepping up your game by inviting more players into the game. So this isn't just two-player co-op, but four-player co-op in Temple of Osiris, correct?
That's right. That's right. This has been built from the ground up, looking for next-gen, Xbox One, PS4, and PC as a four-player co-op adventure. The first time we've ever had Lara in a four-player adventure.
Was that a request from fans, or did you kind of always wanted to do that? The natural evolution of things. Why that design decision?
We always like challenging ourselves, right? We got to push ourselves a little bit. We had two-player co-op in the first Guardian of Light. And we looked at it and said, a few years later, we got Tomb Raider, we have Definitive Edition under our belt, so now we've learned more about ourselves, about our tech, and said we need to push ourselves in a new way. So four players seemed like the natural extension for that.
Now we're taking a look at the game right now. Tell us a little bit about the setting, because this one takes place in Egypt, correct?
That's right. The Temple of Osiris actually comes from the myth of Osiris. Great Egyptian mythology looking back to Osiris, this god king who ruled all of Egypt, who ruled the underworld as well. And in the actual mythology, the idea that this god was betrayed by his brother, torn apart, and his body parts spread throughout all of Egypt. So what better than to throw an archaeologist in there, go and recover all those body parts and put them back together. So having that fact-based fiction, that Egypt mythology as the background, that canvas we can paint the gameplay on, was an easy win for us, and it was a fan-favorite location. They all love going back to that classic Egyptian area. Absolutely,
and fans might also recognize one of the characters that's featured in this as another playable character, correct?
Well, I mentioned a couple of them, right? Lara herself, of course. We've actually added a new character, Carter Bell, so we have another archaeologist, kind of a competitor for Lara. Think of like Belloc versus Indiana Jones. We have,
Gotcha.
Lara versus Carter. And then you also have two Egyptian gods, the actual wife and son of Osiris. You have Horus and Isis that you get to play as well.
And what are some of their unique gameplay capabilities?
Yeah, for us, everything about the four-player means that we had to make this game so you can play it 1 through 4, one by yourself, two-player, three-player, or four-player. The game changes based on that. You get better loot if you have more players playing. And the idea of having these Egyptian gods, well, they have powers nobody else could possibly have. They actually have the staff of Osiris they can use, this light energy that they can use to do things and change things and actually snuff out the darkness in the world. They have a magic shield they can put on themselves. We have all kinds of cool stuff that we're going to get into and show during the week here at E3.
Yeah, and one of the amazing things about Guardians of Light was those cooperative moments where you
Absolutely.
solve puzzles together, these action sequences. Has it been a big challenge for you guys to design that for 4 people instead of 2?
It actually is surprisingly hard. It's one of those things that we thought, oh, how hard could it be? We did it with Guardian with 2-player. When you get to 4-player, you start thinking about every level, every mini game, every mission that you have, saying if you had one person, it has to be solvable by that person. But with 2, 3, or 4 people, we wanted the experience to change and customize depending on how many people were in the game. So you actually play through this game, and the different number of characters, you have different ways to play through almost the entire game.
And obviously the Tomb Raider franchise has been around for a while, but why do you think it is this style of game is resonating so well with people?
It's that classic arcade kind of action, right? You go back to that nostalgic kind of prop, the roots of the franchise, right? Looking at that kind of acrobatic gunplay, the tool pistol wielding kind of hero, and saying if you can take that, you put it into a game where everybody can play it. Getting your buddies on a couch or doing multiplayer online, I think to us, that kind of sharing that adventure together is amazing.
All right, now do we have a release date and price point that you guys are talking about just yet?
We're just saying coming soon. Today is just the announcement.
Okay.
We wanted to confirm all the rumors. We want to get all the fans excited.
Yeah.
We want to get all the people who hadn't played Guardian saying, look, we have a whole new game here for next gen that people can jump into. But it's the very beginning of the week of E3, so
Awesome.
I'm sure we'll have more announcements as we go.
Excellent. Thanks so much for your time. We appreciate the information and the reveal.